Let's talk about some of the good things that are happening in your life, because it's been over 12 months since I saw you at Raw, Wild and Free. Feels like a lifetime ago. It does not feel like just 1 year for some reason. I don't know why. But let's talk about how you would describe yourself prior to coming to the retreat.
Okay. I guess prior, I was feeling very cagey. I was very connected to myself and how I felt like I wanted to be and how I wanted to show up, but there was a disconnect between that person and what I was actually doing. Like I couldn't really feel like I could live my truth. So I guess I just sort of felt like I had nothing to lose, really. I knew something had to shift, and part of the reason that I went to the Raw, Wild and Free retreat was because of the location of it. The country Victoria, I feel like, is such a healing place, like in the whole of Australia. I've been all around Australia, and that's just one of my favourite places in Australia. And it was far enough away from my comfort zone of home that I felt like I could show up true to myself without judgment, without running into somebody that I knew, or just the feeling like I could be a bit anonymous, and that made me feel like I could sort of break that cage open a bit.
Beautiful. And so after the retreat ended and you went back home to your life in South Australia, what kind of changed for you, or what changed about you? Because you're the one that's made the changes and the shifts at the retreat. What sort of happened when you went home?
I thought it would be kind of hard coming home. I thought the integration, I would struggle with that, and feeling like I had done this work and I was content and happy with myself, and I thought bringing that back home was going to be hard, and it wasn't hard. I just straight away started, because I live in a really small town, and I was afraid of being myself prior, because I felt like I would get judged and people wouldn't understand, and I didn't have a lot of friends. And when I got home, I just thought, like, fuck it. And so I just showed up as myself every day, and I started having a lot more time, or offering a lot more time and patience to the conversations with people in the streets, because I used to be quite anxious in the social settings, and so I just gave it a bit of a go in having the conversation. Some people asked me where I'd been because they noticed I hadn't been around for the 5 days that I was gone. And I was honest with them. I said I went to this retreat and I did all of these things, and some people were like, oh, okay. And the conversation didn't go any further. And some people were like, wow, like, tell me more. And then I got to connect with those people, and I made some really, really nice new connections and friendships just by being honest about it. And that was, one of them was my neighbor. She lived across the road from me, and she'd be nearly 80. She's like my grandma now, you know. We're so connected. And then I have another friend who, she's a little bit older than me. She's my mum's age. So suddenly I'm making all of these connections that are like generational, and it's I feel like it's just been so special. And yeah,
how
really
beautiful that it doesn't really matter what age people are, you're just connecting with them on a soul level.
Yeah, and I'm learning so much from them because they've lived it all, and they have gone through what I've gone through being in a small town. So yeah, it's been really nice.
How beautiful. I feel like that's just a gift in itself, being
Yeah,
able to have those cherished friendships when you come back and you actually just step into being your authentic self.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it made some people nervous, and that's okay because they're not my people. But
Mm.
the people that are my people were just so welcoming, and yeah, it was really,
Mm.
you know.
And also, it's not your responsibility, but if it makes others uncomfortable or nervous, that's on them to deal and to process with, because you're now more comfortable in your own skin. And
Yeah,
that may trigger some other people, and that's totally normal.
yeah, and that's their journey. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. What part of yourself did you think was the most seen at the retreat?
Oh,
I know this is a tricky one.
part of myself. I I want to just say all of it. I felt really good to be somewhere where I could just openly cry, like emotionally. A lot of emotions were coming up all the time, especially with the breath work part of it. I think I'm a very emotional person, and I think I cried a lot, and not just for myself. I cried for the other women there, and it was like just a big cleanse. And yeah, I think probably just that my emotions come out very strong.
Well, that's good. That's what the space is kind of created for, is for people to come and feel safe to, release maybe what they've been holding, what you've been carrying for years unconsciously. And, a lot of the time we don't get to have that space, or maybe we don't get to have, these conversations or discussions around, the important stuff or the difficult stuff. So, yeah, I think it all was what it needed to be for you, and I think that's really nice that you felt comfortable enough to be vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like now like I'm comfortable to show my emotions in however way they come up now too. Like I'm not worried about triggering somebody else or upsetting somebody else or somebody seeing me upset. Like
Mm.
this is me raw. Like
Yeah, amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to be emotionally sensitive, which you mentioned before. I think, sometimes that's kind of been criticized in women. You're too sensitive, you've got to harden up, that sort of a thing. But I think we need to acknowledge that it's actually okay if you are, if you are a crier and you are a sensitive person. That's just who you are. You don't need to change who you are to make other people feel more comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, amazing. So I think that was the most that I had to ask you. What I really want to know is what's changed. I know a lot's changed in your life in the 12 months. Some big life changes happened for you. What's been the biggest change that's happened, and what's on the horizon for you?
I think, and I spoke a little bit about this in our WhatsApp group. So I had a conversation with the lady at the retreat that was doing the massage while I was having massage, and she said to me then that she asked me if I was a massage therapist, and I wasn't. And she asked if I thought about studying it because she felt like that was maybe on my cards. And I'd never considered it ever about being a massage therapist. But since coming back from the retreat, I've done my level 1 Reiki, and I've been thinking a lot about doing the massage. So in at the end of Feb, I'm flying to Queensland to do 2 weeks intensive training for holistic massage, and
Amazing.
going to practice out of Port Neal, which is super exciting and also kind of crazy because before I went to the retreat, I didn't even feel like I could be myself as an individual in my hometown. And now I'm going to be opening a business around, spirituality and holistic medicine. And yeah, that, which is even more crazy. But I've also had people say that they want to come and they want to try, and they want to try Reiki, and they want to try massage. And I think just figuring out initially that if I can be true to myself and live authentically, then I can do anything. It doesn't matter where I am. And the people that want to come, they'll come.
Mm.
And I will welcome them when they come with open arms. It's
Absolutely. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared to be myself wherever I go now. It's really liberating.
Mm. That's what I was just thinking. It sounds like, when you kind of like finally like feel free to just be who you are, and it doesn't matter what happens, your life will change around you, but you will be okay.
Yeah, exactly. And my life has been changing at the sorry. At the moment I I only have short-term accommodation. So I have accommodation up to the end of February, and then I go away, and when I come back I don't have a house.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? I'm not even worried. Like,
Yeah.
something will come up, something will happen, and like the connections that I've made and the friends that I have now, I'm never going to be homeless. Someone's always opening up their house to me or offering me suggestions. I just feel like I have so much trust in the universe, and I have so much trust in myself to recognize the cues and listen to what the universe is telling me, that it's going to be okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I love that. I love your confidence that and trust that everything's just going to work out, and it will. I
Yeah.
think because you're open to it and you believe it and you trust it, it will.
Yeah, it will. And even if it doesn't turn out how I think it's going to turn out, that's okay too. I'm constantly thinking in the challenging situations, what am I supposed to be learning from this? What am I supposed to be learning from this?
Mm, yeah, all the many lessons that we learn.
Yeah.
And maybe it might turn out better than what you expect as well.
Yeah, maybe. At the moment, I'm trying not to have too many expectations. Just see
Yeah.
what happens.
And I think that's the perfect way to be is not have any attachment to how you want it to be. Just kind of lead with your heart, lead with your soul, and trust that where you're being led is meant for you.
Yeah, I think that attachment thing is huge. I used to be very, very attached to the outcome or the image or what I thought it should be like. I liked to be in control. I'm learning that that's not always how it works, and that's not always in my best interest.
No, we have to kind of loosen the grip a little bit and let the universe actually take over. Because if we are holding on too tightly to the reins, then there's no room for change or possibility or anything to actually come in because we're so like tightly wound onto it.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. And one last question I would like to ask you, which is a little bit of wisdom for other women who are possibly thinking about coming to the next Raw, Wild and Free retreat. What would you say to them if they're not sure about coming by themselves, and also coming to an experience which is about emotional health and emotional healing?
I think first and foremost, if you're already thinking about it, you should do it. If the seed is already there and it's already planted, that's your cue to do it. I traveled interstate to go by myself, and I was fucking shitting myself because I didn't know anyone. But I knew I knew in my heart that it was going to be a safe space no matter what. And obviously the women will change, and the people that are there are all going to have different stories and different journeys, but that's a part of it. Like, they're going to be a part of your healing journey, and you're going to be a part of theirs, and that's going to connect you forever. Like, it's really nice to know that I have these women in and around the place that were a part of that, and they're still there for me if I need some words of wisdom, or if I'm ever around, I'll come and catch up. Like, it's just extending your family, really, by the end of it. It sounds crazy because it's not long, it's a short amount of time, but you go through so much together in that short amount of time, and it connects you.
I love that. It's so beautiful. And it really is true. It does feel like an extended family. You're just extending your support network.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you ever come to Victoria, you're always welcome to come and stay or organise a catch up, because it'd be great to see you in the flesh.
Yeah.
Or I'll have to come and visit you at your business.
Yeah, come get a massage.
Who knows? You might be doing massages at the retreat one day.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a seed that we should water.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It was so nice to see your face and just to hear your growth and all the amazing things that are happening in your life and are going to happen in your life this year. It's definitely going to be a big year of expansion, and I can't wait to hear about your massage course in February.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's really nice to see you, and I'm so grateful for everything that you have done and continue to do. It's amazing.
Thank you, lovely. Well, thanks so much. I'm going to let you go because I know you have to go back to work. But yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and hope you take care.